Good afternoon and welcome into Stewart Field here on the campus of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where today we have a non-conference women's soccer matchup in Division III between the visiting Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. The Fighting Engineers come to town to take on the host Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Hello everyone, this is Eric Willow-White, the Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. I'll be on the call for today's match. Against these two engineering schools, there can only be one surviving today's match. Illinois Tech comes in with a record of 1-1. They've scored 6 goals on the season. All those coming in their victory against Carroll University on Thursday. They were shut out by Calvin, 15th ranked Calvin, last Friday night up in Michigan. 3 goals per game. 29 shots, 14.5 shots per game. They have 15 shots on goal for the season and 4 saves for goalkeeper Haley Flanagan. For the Fighting Engineers, they come in with a record of 0-2 overall. They have 12 shots on the season, 6 shots per game, 8 shots on goal, and 6 saves on the season. Fighting Engineers enter the match still looking for their first victory and first goal of the season. Kyra Hicks leads the team with 3 shots. She has 1 shot on goal. Lauren Marquardt follows with 2 shots on goal. 7 other Fighting Engineers, I got to make sure I drop that G, have taken 1 shot on goal. In their last game, the Fighting Engineers fell to Webster University by the score of 1-0. Rose-Hulman competes in the Heartland Athletic Collegiate Conference, the HCAC. They finished the 2023 season with an 8-4-5 overall record and a 5-2-1 conference record. For the 2024 season, the Fighting Engineers were picked to finish 3rd in their conference in their preseason poll. Conversely, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks were picked to finish 1st in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference preseason poll. It's a breezy day here on the south side of Chicago. You can probably hear the wind blowing into the microphone here. We're in an open air, quote, press box. Not really a box, more like a deck. And we'll be using our huddle camera on the east side of the field. Our press box is located on the west side. Weather today, it'll be sunny, partly cloudy. Right now, the current temperature is 62 degrees. Illinois Tech is located just a few blocks away from the lakefront here on the south side of Chicago, so we definitely get that breeze effect as well. So a unseasonably cool day here on the south side of Chicago, probably more like October soccer weather. We're getting a dose of it early until the weather warms up next week, back up close to the 90s again. We're going to take an audio break, and then when we come back, we'll have announcements, starters, and national anthem. So please stay with us. And now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Rose-Hulman Fightin' Engineers. In goal, a senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, 00, Lily Dore. A junior defender midfielder from Savage, Minnesota, number 3, Lauren Marquardt. A junior defender forward from Plainfield, Indiana, number 5, Camille Clark. Sophomore midfielder defender from Lexington, Kentucky, number 6, Riley Heasley. A senior midfielder from Portage, Michigan, number 10, Kiana Martin. A junior defender from South Bend, Indiana, number 12, Alexis Willauer. Sophomore defender midfielder from Louisville, Kentucky, number 13, Allie Smith. A junior forward from Lake Zurich, Illinois, number 16, Katie Choi. Senior midfielder from Brownsburg, Indiana, number 28, Jaden Gibson. Sophomore defender from Gilroy, California, number 31, Vianney Garcia. A graduate student forward from Linwood, Washington, number 32, Kyra Hicks. The Fightin' Engineers are coached by head coach Amy Hellewell, assistant coach Casey Baker, athletic trainer Kristen Kaufman. And now the starting lineups for your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. A junior forward mid defender from Redmond, Washington, number 4, Kayla Smith. Junior midfielder from St. Charles, Missouri, number 5, Allie Murray. A first-year forward from Austin, Texas, number 15, Eva Navarrete. Junior defender from Plymouth, Minnesota, number 16, Gabriela Baltes. A sophomore forward from Helsingborg, Sweden, number 20, Kayla Thomas. A graduate student forward from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Katie Chismarick. Senior midfielder from Henderson, Nevada, number 24, Lucy Georgiorian. A senior defender from St. Louis, Missouri, number 26, Jillian Olschlager. A graduate student defender from Miami, Florida, number 28, Caro Beltran. A junior defender from Seattle, Washington, number 34, Mary Frampton. And in goal for the Scarlet Hawks, graduate student from Batavia, Illinois, number 50, Haley Flanagan. The Scarlet Hawks are coached by head coach Roshane Ellison, assistant coach Alan Garcia Pena, Tom Paparunas, Cynthia Osuna, Julian Soto, and Roxanne Myers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise, remove your hats if you're wearing any, as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Well, welcome back to the broadcast. Just about set to get started here. In a breezy afternoon here near the lakefront, south side of Chicago. Coming in around 62 degrees, mostly sunny. The Fighting Engineers will take possession first to start things off here in the first half. Battle of Engineering Schools going down here in the south side of Chicago. Glad you can join us on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. You heard the starters for both teams. Now let's play some soccer. Eva Navarte throws that into the box, trying to reach Katie Chismarek, but covering that one up is Lily Dore with the early attempt by the Scarlet Hawks. It's Lily Dore in goal, a senior goalkeeper, 5'5" for the Fighting Engineers, and for the Scarlet Hawks, Haley Flanagan, 5'9" graduate student. Illinois Tech are in their home whites with red numerals. They'll be going left to right on your screen. And Rose-Hulman in black with white numerals, red trim. They'll be going right to left to start things off here in the first half. That ball goes over the back line, and that'll be a goal kick for Rose-Hulman. As we mentioned in the pregame, Fighting Engineers looking for their first victory of the season, starting off 0-2. Illinois Tech is 1-1 on the season. They dropped their season opener at Calvin 4-0 on Friday, August 30th. But then they responded in resounding fashion, defeating Carroll University in their home opener this past Thursday by the score of 6-0. Here's Lucy Georgiorian. She's going to bring it all the way over to the near side, Jillian Olshager. Olshager dances with it, gets it over to Ava Narvarte, who has the ball stolen away. Good defensive play there by Vianney Garcia. Into the Hawk zone where Gabriella Baltas scoops it up, gets it to her D partner Mary Frampton, and drops it back to goalkeeper Flanagan. Olshager on the far side. Now to Narvarte. Tried to get that one back to Olshager, who fights off a defender and gets it back to Baltas. Now Frampton finds Beltran, back to Frampton over on the near side. Illinois Tech on Thursday got goals from 6 different Scarlet Hawks. A couple assists along the way. And into the zone come the Fighting Engineers. Katie Choi. Choi is trying to feed that one inside the box to Kyra Hicks, the returning leading scorer for the Fighting Engineers, but Haley Flanagan came out to meet the ball and extinguish that threat from Rose-Hulman. Here's Baltez. That one's going to roll out of bounds. That'll result in the throw-in for the Fighting Engineers. Alexis Wilhauer gets that one in to Hicks. Taken away by Kayla Smith. And now in the middle in the circle, Murray drops it back to Frampton. Over on the near side, Beltran. Kayla Thomas. Thomas had one of the goals on Thursday. That ball chipped into that near corner. Intended recipient is Thomas, but that one's knocked out of bounds by Allie Smith of the Engineers, and it'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Beltran gets it up high to Frampton. Frampton surveys, chips it towards the box. That's booted out of there again by Vianney Garcia. In the circle, Olshager. Now Kayla Smith. Smith. Ball stolen away from Smith by Wilhauer. Hawks get it back, however. So far in the early going, the Engineers not allowing the Hawks offense a whole lot of space. They're converging quickly. Hawks forcing the Hawks to make some quick decisions. So the Hawks will move things over to the near side as Murray puts it over to Beltran. Now back to Baltez. Baltez will bring it up the middle. Curls over to Olshager. Now Narvarte. Narvarte has a little space. Narvarte cuts inside. Eva Narvarte will chip that into the box. Misconnection there and scooped up by Lily Dore. Good boot by Dore. The wind aiding that one. The wind is blowing on your screen from right to left. Heading towards the Hawks' goal. Stolen away at midfield. Ball taken away. Inside the zone comes Riley Heasley. Heasley will chip that one over to Jaden Gibson. And that ball is knocked out of bounds. And it's Scarlet Hawks' ball. This is the first meeting between these two schools, so no series history to speak of. So Engineering School bragging rights on the line for sure. Baltez will circle back, drop it to goalkeeper Flanagan with 38-17 remaining in the opening half. No score. Baltez with the big kick, trying to get Kayla Smith down the sideline. She's going to have to hurry, but it rolls out of bounds before she can get there over on the far side. Good idea by Baltez, but just a little too much on it. Even into the wind with that kick, it's a little too strong. Engineers try to get that ball up the middle. Katie Choi gets it over to that near sideline where Lauren Marquardt has it. Rolls out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Rose-Hulman. That one headed down by Beltran. The Hawks look to take possession. They will. Frampton. Baltez, Olschlager, and now Lucy Georgiorian trying to get things started. Two defenders converging on her, gets it to Katie Chismarek, back to Georgiorian, now Beltran, quickly over to Kayla Thomas. Thomas ahead to Allie Murray. Murray has that ball knocked out. That'll be a throw in for the Hawks on that near sideline. Carl Beltran will take care of that. So decent rush there by the Hawks. Now let's see if they can penetrate further into the Rose-Hulman zone. Beltran back to Frampton. Georgiorian up high. Back over to Olschlager. Now Kayla Smith. Chismark back to Smith. Smith going towards that back line. Now throws it towards the box. That one deflected. Olschlager will knock it down. Back to Smith. Gets past one defender. Another. And now Lucy Georgiorian has it. Tips it forward. Over to Murray. Murray avoids a defender. Now Thomas to Beltran. Good work by the Hawks inside. Still looking for an opportunity to shoot, however, and that hasn't presented itself. Again, the Engineers closing in fast. Hawks not finding a lot of shooting lanes in that particular sequence there. Now the ball inside Hawks territory. Ball taken away. Vianney Garcia. Now Allie Murray gains possession for the Hawks to Kayla Thomas. Back to Beltran. And into Hawks territory they go. Reset with Mary Frampton. Balta's up the middle to Narvarte, Eva Narvarte, Olschlager, Kayla Smith. Narvarte forward. Oh, Smith takes it away from Garcia, and now Narvarte. Narvarte into Katie Chismark. Chismark, left footer rolls. Murray tried to get after it, but a good job defending her was her numeral counterpart, Camille Clark. Bodied her off the ball and then booted it over on the far side, or the near side, for a throw-in. That was a good opportunity for the Hawks there, but unable to cash in. Good defense by Five and Black. Murray chips it ahead, finds Chismarek. Drops it up high to Georgiorian, who has to retreat back to the circle. And then finds Murray again. Nice back pass to Chismarek. Poked away by Camille Clark. Carl Beltran with the throw-in on that near side. Intended recipient was Chismarek. Now Murray gets it to Narvarte. Rolls it upfield, but taken back by the Engineers momentarily. Now Gabriela Baltez. Frampton back to Baltez in the circle. Georgiorian. Ball is tipped in the air by Alexis Wilhauer. That one rolls out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Rose-Hulman. Just over 33 minutes remaining in half number one. We are still scoreless. The Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology and the Illinois Institute of Technology. Kayla Smith battling two defenders. Ball comes up on her head. She brings it back down, chips it forward, trying to find Kayla Thomas. Thomas has it. Now Narvarte, and we're going to get a foul. As Narvarte was fouled, I believe that was by Riley Heasley. So we'll get a free kick. Kayla Smith will take control of the free kick here. First free kick of the match, either side. Kick on the way from Smith. That one bounced, hits the wall. Georgiorian had it for a moment, then pushed back upfield to Beltran. Over to Frampton. Finds Georgiorian. Georgiorian gets it inside to Chismarek. Ball taken away, however. Kiana Martin took it away initially. Hawks looking to get it back. They do. Beltran. Now Thomas, Kayla Thomas, near side. He's removed of the ball. Another good defensive play there. And the ball inside the zone. Kyra Hicks, ball is loose. Oh, and a good leg there by Gabby Baltez, preventing Hicks from putting that one into the net as Flanagan dove for it. Wasn't able to corral it. Hicks went for that ball, and Baltez got a foot on it to knock it out of bounds. Now Baltez gets the inbound from Rose-Hulman. Kayla Smith will look to take it up the field. Now she'll change directions, find Ava Narvarte. Narvarte has it. Narvarte with Vianney Garcia shadowing her. Crosses it into the middle of the field where Allie Murray is there. Back up high to Frampton. Boy, Rose-Hulman got quickly down in transition there. And with Flanagan unable to cover up that ball, Baltez came up with a big block to avoid the Scarlet Hawks falling down 1-0 early here in the first half. Here's Murray. Murray intercepts. Trying to through ball to Chismark. Chismark with the shot. And another block there. Boy, Camille Clark. That's at least 3 stellar defensive efforts that we've witnessed from her so far today. That one blocking that shot from Chismark. Keeping this game scoreless. That one out, throw in for Illinois Tech. Here's Murray. Tries to get it over to Beltran. Beltran throws it towards the box, headed down by Kayla Smith. Deflected upfield, however, by Kiana Martin. Now the Hawks gain it back. Up high to Baltez. Far side, Kayla Thomas. Beltran finds Katie Chismark. Chismark along that near sideline, ball knocked out, throw in for Illinois Tech, Carl Beltran. Another ball knocked out of bounds. Hawks will do it again. And we're going to get a corner kick now. First one of the match for either team. Lucy Georgiorian will take it over on that near side. Oh, right in. Baltez at her feet, unable to get a shot off, however. Got a little bit tangled up. Now Beltran over to Georgiorian. Back to the box, headed up in the air by Chismark. Narvarte heads it down, but it's punched back upfield by Rose-Hulman. Now here's Hicks. Hicks breaks through, gets it over to the near side. That feed from Lauren Marquardt intended to get back into Hicks was knocked out of bounds, so the Fighting Engineers will have a throw-in on that near side. Kyra Hicks, 6'2", forward, cannot miss her. Potent weapons on that Fighting Engineers offense. Here's Kayla Thomas with a race with Marquardt. Marquardt gets the ball back. And it's knocked out of bounds. Throw in for Illinois Tech. An 0-2 start for the Fighting Engineers. There's the ball on the back line. That's going to roll over, resulting in a goal kick for Rose-Hulman. They lost September 1st, Sunday, at Ohio Northern by the score of 3-0. Then on Wednesday at Webster, they dropped that game 1-0. So they're allowing 2 goals a game early in the season. They've yet to tally. And they're scoreless here. Just under 26 minutes remaining in the first half, but so are the Scarlet Hawks. Throw in Rose-Hulman. Oh, we got a foul on that side. It looks like Hicks with the foul. Knocked down Carol Beltran, so Hawks immediately put it back in play. Frampton. Here's Baltez. Olshager. Tried to feed that one down to Narvarte on the far sideline, but that one goes astray and out of bounds. Throw in for the Fighting Engineers. Body down by Hicks. Vianney Garcia kicks it upfield. Frampton will tap it down. And then drop it back to Flanagan, who will restart the Hawks. Nice spin move there by Georgiorian. Through ball intended for Murray. Too far out in front. Thomas was in the vicinity too, but Rose-Hulman got there first. Now Murray battling along with Riley Heasley of the Engineers. Rose-Hulman comes out with it. Here's Lily Dory over to Garcia. Garcia upfield to Katie Choi. Back to Garcia. And now Smith battling with Garcia. Olschlager bodies it down. And it's kicked out of bounds by Jaden Gibson. Throw in for Illinois Tech. 23:51 remaining here in the opening half. No score. Headed out of bounds by Rose-Hulman. Another throw in for the Hawks. Eva Narvarte into the circle to Frampton. Chismark trying to get that one over to Murray, a little too far out in front. That was recovered by Rose-Hulman. Now they look to go the other way. Choi to Hicks. Frampton steps in. Now Georgiorian. Fighting Engineers get it back. Garcia upfield, body down by Olschlager. Murray. Smith blocks that pass upfield. And then Narvarte gets in there. Now Smith has the loose ball. She'll take it wide. Smith trying to get around her defender. Throws it towards the box. Chismark was in there. And we're going to get a corner kick for the Scarlet Hawks. So good work there. Good speed by Smith to get to that back line. Pass. Knocked out of bounds by the Engineers. Corner kick for Kayla Smith on that far corner. With the wind blowing away from the direction of goal. Now body down, Chismark. And just bounced it, just able to get enough on it, but over to Dore, who covers up. And we play on. Been a good first half possession-wise for the Scarlet Hawks. Most of the play has been to your right of the screen. As Narvarte gets that over to Georgiori, missed connection, and the Engineers look to go the other way. You got a foul on Illinois Tech on Georgiori, or for Olschlager there. Free kick coming. Vianney Garcia will take it. Right foot into Hicks. That one headed down. Pushed ahead by Narvarte into the circle where Camille Clark is there. Beltran slips. Ball rolls out. And that's going to be a Rose-Hulman throw in on that near side. Looks like we're going to get our first substitution on the day for Illinois Tech, and then two coming to the scorers table here from Rose-Hulman. For Illinois Tech, it'll be Amelia Mosman getting ready to check in, and for Rose-Hulman, Sydney Schuler and Emma Johns. All three waiting for the opportunity to check in on sub. Chismark, we got a whistle. And we're going to get a foul on Illinois Tech. Camille Clark will take the kick. So now Rose-Hulman getting a chance to get their offense on track. The kick by Clark. Low. Knocked up by Georgiorian. Played by Kayla Thomas. Thomas will take it through the middle. Goes wide with Kayla Smith. Here's Kayla Smith. Cutting to the inside. Smith ahead. Shoots. Rolls. And it goes wide. Corner kick for the Hawks. A close opportunity for Illinois Tech there. But defenders converged. Dore came out. And that ball misses on that far post. And we'll have another corner kick. Good effort by the Hawks. Nice pass by Thomas to set Kayla Smith free. Kayla to Kayla passing there as Kayla Thomas checks out and Amelia Mosman checks in. Here's the kick by Smith. That one curling in. Headed down. Oh, stopped at the back line. Murray headed that one down. I believe that was Alexis Wilhauer who stepped in front of that one. Now Flanagan will track down the ball in the Hawks territory. So a couple close opportunities for Illinois Tech. Still nothing to show for it. Hawks want to get back on offense. Is that one little miscommunication there in terms of where the ball was going to go? Wilhauer will take the throw-in. Baltes chips it forward. There's Chismarek. Heads it to Allie Murray. Knocked back into Hawks territory. Deeper into Hawks territory. Well, Flanagan will take it. Two more substitutions getting ready to queue up for the Fighting Engineers. Alex Adams. And Stacia Brooks. There's Baltes with the kick, trying to free Kayla Smith again. Oh, she fanned on it, trying to, and they got the offsides. $17:24 to go here in a scoreless first half. Garcia with the kick. That one will head out. Throw in for Olschlager. Quickly over to Baltes. Back to Flanagan. Hawks have slowly been getting closer in their opportunities, but still nothing to show for it. And the Engineers, Fighting Engineers, still doing a good job defensively. Again, they've only played 2 games on the season, averaging 2 goals against. Make of that what you will. It's early season statistics, however. Frampton with the boot, headed in the air by the Engineers' Allie Smith. That'll head to that near corner and then knocked out of bounds to throw in for the Hawks. Carl Beltran will take that. Mosman on that near side now, who replaced Kayla Thomas. Mosman had a goal in the home opener as well after starting the season on the shelf due to injury. Was able to get a goal in that game, and she said that felt really good. Over the back line, goal kick for Rose-Hulman. Here's the substitutions again. Alex Adams and Stacia Brooks coming in. Coming out for Rose-Hulman will be Riley Heasley and Katie Choi. Here's Vinay Garcia. Right foot kick low to the circle. Georgiorian chips it ahead to Murray. Getting in front of that one is Camille Clark. What new? Now Beltran dropping it to Baltez. Baltez, long boot, finding Smith. Smith will knock it down, cuts to the inside. Smith with a little bit of real estate. Forwarding it ahead to Murray. Too strong, good idea, but curled too far out in front. And Doré was there to pick it up. Coach Ellison saying good idea on that one, but keep that ball on the ground as opposed to in the air. Flanagan will knock it over to Baltez, back to Flanagan inside Hawks territory with 14:23 to go. Chismark is going to get whistled for the foul there. She took down Kiana Martin. Free kick coming. That kick carrying. Flanagan comes out to meet it and looking for an outlet. She'll stop, however. Slow it down, roll it over to Olschlager on the far side. Smith will come up to meet her. And then throw it towards the circle. Vinay Garcia gets it, however. And Rose-Hulman looking to go on the attack. Ball put back inside Engineers territory, where Lily Doré will take it. Doré with the boot into the circle. Murray will retrieve it for Illinois Tech. And we're going to get a foul. Looks like Beltran gets the foul there against, I believe, Schuler. So another free kick coming for Rose-Hulman. Another substitution queuing up for Illinois Tech. Sophia Ramos. First year forward. Ball heading towards the box, headed forward by Beltran, upfield to Amelia Mosman. You got Mosman with Chismark ahead of her. Mosman takes it wide. Now cuts to the inside, Amelia Mosman. Now finds Georgiorian, chipping it ahead to Kayla Smith. Smith knocks it down, feeds it to the inside, and booted out of there by Vinay Garcia before Smith could get there. Now Sophia Ramos checking in and Katie Chismark checking out. Down to 12:05 remaining. Throw in for the Hawks. Here's Baltez. Baltez to Narvarte. Back to Baltez. Now Frampton in the circle. Here's Olschlager to Narvarte. In that circle. Back towards the box, headed forward by Hicks. Georgiorian gets it back. And Baltez. Ahead to Smith. Smith near that back line. Brings it back up. Back up high to Olschlager. Gets around a defender. Little space. Olschlager towards the box. And Dore's there to meet it once more. Another good idea. But Dore checked that one all the way. And Rose-Hulman will look to go on transition here. Oh, they're going to give Olschlager the foul there. Coach Ellison doesn't agree with that call, as Olschlager got the foul against Emma Johns. Vianney Garcia with the kick, right at the midfield stripe. That one's high. Bodied down by Murray. Ping-ponged around. Then it's kicked over to that near side. Two-player race, and Beltran kicks it out of bounds. Good hustle there by 28. Georgiorian, high chip shot, headed back. However, Hicks heads it down. And a kick attempt, that goes off Baltez. That'll be our first corner kick for Rose-Hulman. Nice job by Hicks to head that one forward. Alex Adams was there. And Baltez had to get in front of that. Corner kick ensues for the Fighting Engineers. Curling inside, and Flanagan's able to pull that one in. Now the roll finds Mosman. Mosman ahead to Sofia Ramos. Ramos now to Narvarte. Narvarte ahead, but a little too much on it, and Vianney Garcia kicks it to Dore. Murray bodies it down. Into the middle to Georgiorian. Back to Murray. Oh, nice job by Frampton coming in. Keeping that ball inside Rose-Hulman territory where Mosman takes it along the back line. Amelia Mosman heading towards the box. Chip forward by Garcia. And then kicked back into Hawks territory by Alex Adams. Good job by the Engineers to recover on that sequence from the Hawks. Looked a little more dangerous than it actually turned out to be. Here's Olschlager. Smith had to let that one go, but Narvarte's there. Now Narvarte with the race. Centers on top. Score! Lucy Georgiorian on the feed from Eva Narvarte. And the Hawks take the lead 1-0. Illinois Tech goal. Scored by number 24, Lucy Georgiorian. Assist number 15, Eva Narvarte at 8:21. Well, the Hawks kept chipping away, and that time Narvarte showing good patience. Finding Georgiorian up high, and she settled that ball down. She did not miss. Buried it up high, and the Hawks have a 1-0 lead. Now up high once more. Sofia Ramos tries to push that towards the net, but Dore is able to meet it there with Kayla Smith lurking. Lena Yonahara into the game for the Scarlet Hawks. Julian Oleschlager gets that ball back as Hannah Ramos is inside the game now as well. Kayla Smith gets loose, gets free, has some space, trying to push it forward. Too strong. Also in the game for the Scarlet Hawks is Caitlin Walsh. So Lena Yonahara, Caitlin Walsh, and Hannah Ramos into the game. By the circle, Yonahara has it. Settles it down for Baltez. Sophia Ramos back to Baltez. Oleschlager directing traffic here on the far side has it. Now Smith. Up high to Oleschlager. Oh, good patience on the dribble. Nice move by Oleschlager. Way to get free. 26 shoots it towards the box, but a good block. Hey, guess who that was? That was Camille Clark. Another good defensive play by Clark. Hawks keep it in the zone, however. Kayla Smith finding Caitlin Walsh. Now Sophia Ramos over to Oleschlager. That one will go long. There's Caitlin Walsh. Bodies it down. Walsh! Oh, knocked away at the last minute by Clark. Pair of substitutions, one for each team. Coming in for the Hawks, Annika Torbenson replacing Oleschlager. And then for the Engineers, Natalie Morrow is going to replace Kiana Martin. That'll bring you up to date on the substitutions. Throw in for Smith. And do it again. Smith. Far side, dribbles. Over to Mosman. That's headed out of danger, however. The Engineers try to get it upfield, but it's taken back. Here's Hannah Ramos to Torbenson. Torbenson to Smith. Smith circles around. Into Caitlin Walsh. Walsh trying to get free. Walsh still battling. Two defenders trying to split him. And knocked down. Upfield go the Engineers. Drop back, missed connection there with Emma Johns. It rolls out of bounds. Torbenson will take the throw. Finds Smith. Smith back to Torbenson now. 4:33 to go here in the first half. Scarlet Hawks with a 1-0 lead and a beautiful goal by Lucy Georgiorian on the feed from Narvarte, Evan Narvarte. That one goes over the back line and a corner kick for the Hawks. Hawks were shut out last Friday, August 30th. 6 goals on Thursday, 1 goal here today so far as Kayla Smith gets ready for the corner kick. Curling in, headed out. I think that was shot back into the box. Ball loose and pushed forward. Another attempt. That one goes wide. And that'll be Rose-Hulman ball. Kenzie Takuchi for the Scarlet Hawks is checking in for Kayla Smith with 3:39 remaining in the opening half. I was going to say, though, on those goals for the Hawks, a lot of them have been like grade A variety. Tough shots, hard shots, just nothing really the goalkeeper can do. There weren't a whole lot of cheapies in the 6 goals that they had on Thursday night. And then that goal by Georgiorian, that was a pretty goal as well. So I know it's not all about the aesthetics, but the goals have looked good for whatever that means. Frampton over to the near side. There's Beltran. Check that. That's Liliana Schuth, who's into the match as well. Shot by Mosman, that was deflected. And that'll be a corner kick for the Hawks. Amelia Mosman will take the corner. Rolls it on that back line. And it's knocked away. Kyra Hicks. Hicks will punch it upfield. And Schuth will take it on the throw-in. Over to that near corner. Goal kick for Rose-Hulman. We're under 2 minutes to play, 1:52 here in the first half, 1-0 lead for Illinois Tech. Vianney Garcia will take the kick. That's a low one, bounces. Hannah Ramos got a piece of it, deflected it out. Throw in for the Fighting Engineers. Kyra Hicks. That's pushed ahead, Baltez. Baltez over her head, being pursued there by Alex Adams. And she's going to try and let it roll out, and she does. It'll be a goal kick for Illinois Tech, coming up on 1 minute remaining in the half. One minute remaining in the half, 1 minute. Near side play, there's Frampton. We'll drop it back to Flanagan. Now Frampton upfield, finds Sophia Ramos. Schuth back to Ramos. Camille Clark gets it, but a foul by the Engineers. 26 seconds remaining. Now Frampton over to Baltez. Torbenson, far side, pushes it ahead, finds Kenzie Takuchi. Out of bounds, Illinois Tech throw-in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Halftime score here at Stewart Field. Illinois Tech 1, Rose-Hulman 0. So that is your score at halftime, folks. It's Illinois Tech 1, Rose-Hulman 0. We'll take an audio break here, and we'll be back in a little bit to give you the first half statistics. Stay with us. You're watching Illinois Tech Women's Soccer on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the broadcast booth, whatever you want to call it, our broadcast platform. Let's go over those first half statistics. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks lead Rose-Hulman 1-0 here in this women's soccer match. 8-2 shots favored Illinois Tech. 3 shots on goal for the Hawks, 1 for Rose-Hulman. 5 corner kicks for the Hawks, 1 for the Fighting Engineers. 3 fouls against Rose-Hulman, 6 against the Hawks. The Hawks were whistled for 1 offsides. Lily Dory made 2 saves for Rose-Hulman, and Haley Flanagan 1 save for the Scarlet Hawks. Those are your first half statistics. Once again, the Scarlet Hawks lead this match by the score of 1-0. And we'll get ready for the start of the second half here shortly. Getting ready for second half action here at Stewart Field. Illinois Tech leading Rose-Hulman by the score of 1-0. That lone goal in that first half scored by Lucy Georgiorian with the assist from Eva Narvarte. Hawks continued to press in that first half. They started to gain a little momentum there. The Engineers did a good job, however, of thwarting the Hawks' offensive attack, but eventually the Hawks were able to break through on that nice play by Narvarte and goal from Georgiorian. Lily Dore in net. We mentioned Camille Clark's name several times for the Fighting Engineers defensively. She had a really strong first half. Did a great job breaking up plays, potential threats from the Scarlet Hawks. She really had a standout game there. Kyra Hicks had a couple looks, as did Alex Adams. Engineers weren't able to break through in that first half, and they remained scoreless on the season. So they're looking to break through here in the second half to tie the match, more importantly than getting a goal, but they need that goal. And the Hawks obviously want to look to extend their lead. And we're underway here in the second half as Allie Murray, actually no, wait, yes. Yeah. Okay. Foul on the Engineers. I thought it was going to be whistled against Murray. It was not, and the Hawks will take possession. Trying to feed that one inside to Narvarte. Now Clark gets the ball and rolls it out of bounds on the far side, so that'll be a throw in for Caro Beltran. Beltran finds Chismarek, heads it down to Mosman, Amelia Mosman battling there. Narvarte gets it over to Georgiorian. And then the Engineers gain possession, but they roll it out of bounds on that near side. So that'll be a throw in for the Hawks. Olshager. Now Baltez. Flanagan, Frampton, and Beltran right here on the far side. Good spin by Beltran, avoiding a defender. Looks to go back upfield. Mosman taps it ahead, trying to get Murray. But that was played by Riley Heasling, and she knocks it out. He's knocked out there by Sydney Schuler. Murray to Mosman. Back to Beltran. Yeah. Throwing for the haul. Mosman didn't know it was coming. And that ball knocked upfield. Frampton will track it down and knock it back to Flanagan. The Hawks will reset. Here's Frampton. Frampton upfield, trying to feed that one through Narvarte. And covering it up is Dore as Narvarte went in there crashing for it. Trainer coming out as Dore is shaken up on that rush there. Natalie Barrow. It was Barrow and Narvarte trying to track that ball down, and Dory coming out for it. And Dory got shaken up at that pileup. Trainer taking a look at Dory. She's sitting up. And she's going to get back on her feet. Trainer Jamie Gordon checking things out, making sure she's okay to continue, and that will be the case. So Dory hanging in there after that shakeup. I want to give a shout out to some of our friends over at Rose-Hulman in the Sports Information Athletics Communication Department. James Vinson and Landon Bundy. Had a chance to meet them, myself and our Assistant Sports Information Director, Jamie Sponagle, at the College Sports Communicators Conference in Las Vegas. Got a chance to meet the Rose-Hulman crew, and they provided a good packet of information for today's game. So thank you for that, Landon, and thank you for all the information from Landon and James. And a shout out to our friends at Rose-Hulman there. Back in action. Inside Rose-Hulman territory. Chismark did a great job to keep that one inside. And now Mosman boots it towards that near post, and Dory comes out to meet it. Just wasn't able to keep that one on track, was Mosman. And Dory covered up. Now Dory with the kick, but that wind's going to push it down as Georgiorian is able to gain possession. Tried to get it to Mosman, but her pass went awry. And now the Engineers look to push it into Hawks territory. They do. Frampton will get there first. Frampton to Baltez. Now Frampton. Chismark feeds to Beltran. Beltran has a little bit of space. Feeds it to Murray. Murray taking it wide. Back up to Beltran. Knocked out. Illinois Tech throw-in. Carol Beltran. Now Chismark, nice chip to Murray. Good peripheral vision there by Chismark, seeing Murray in the corner of her eye and just deflected it over nicely. Right on target. Beltran bodies it down, throws it over to Mosman. Mosman will cross inside. Finds Georgiorian. Georgiorian goes to the near side where Olschlager has it. Chips it ahead to that corner. Kayla Smith tries to run it down, but too strong. And that'll be a goal kick for Rose-Hulman. 40 minutes remaining here in the second half. Illinois Tech holding on to a 1-0 lead. Camille Clark will take the kick for the Engineers. Towards the circle, headed down by Narvarte. Olschlager will tap it towards that near side. Kayla Smith tracking it down. Smith being fronted there by Wilhauer. Smith gets to the back line. Ball is still in play. And now Smith taps it back to Chismarek. I think Vianney Garcia got in front of that one, and then it deflected out of bounds on the near side. So throw in for the Hawks. Inside to Chismarek. Cuts to the outside. Feeds it inside to Smith. Smith, left footer, blocked. Camille Clark. Now ball back upfield. Murray, Beltran. Beltran. Up high to Frampton. Frampton will throw it towards the box. It knifes through. Narvarte tried to sidewind it, but no one there. Rolls over the back line and out. Vianney Garcia will take the kick. Low line drive, footed down there by Narvarte. Now Chismarek finds Kayla Smith on the near side. Up high, Olschlager. Back to Narvarte. Narvarte keeping it on that back line, and it's out. And it results in a corner. Corner for the Hawks. So Kayla Smith will take the corner kick. Kick on the way from Smith. Wind blowing in that direction. Ball sails over everyone's head. Then it moves further up the box where Beltran will knock it down. Here's Mosman. Mosman has the ball taken away. Still upfield. Mosman battling. And it rolls out of bounds. Illinois Tech throw it. Good defense, though, by Katie Choi. Beltran will take the throw. Here's Chismarek. Inside to Murray. Allie Murray. Had a moment there, but they had to circle back. Now to Chismarek. Chismarek breaks through a couple defenders. Ball goes wide over on the far side. Punch back upfield where Frampton will take it. Back to Beltran. Hawks will look to regroup here. Beltran punched out by Sydney Schuler. Beltran with the throw once more. Mosman. Beltran. Knocked out. Throw in for the Hawks. Carl Beltran finds Mosman on the throw-in. Back to Beltran. Now to Frampton. Over to Baltez. Big right foot, feeding it through. Mosman trying to come out and get it, but rolls too far out in front, and Lily Dore able to cover it up. Good to see Dore back in action there after that shakeup. Mary Frampton for the Hawks. Feeds it up to Chismarek. Chismarek trying to get it. Not sure if that was for Narvarte or Georgiorian. Neither one got it. Rose-Hulman comes up with it. Oleschlager breaks up the intended rush by Garcia. So a throw in for the Engineers on the near side. 35:04 remaining in the second half. Hawks holding on to a 1-0 lead. Here's Chismarek. Chismarek circling back, being pursued from behind. Gets it into that near corner where Kayla Smith has it. Smith on net. Dory save, rebound, score! Amelia Mosman with the tally, her second on the season, and the Hawks take a 2-0 lead. Illinois Tech goal scored by number 11, Amelia Mosman. Assist number 4, Kayla Smith. So the Hawks open up a 2-0 lead as Smith with the shot. Stop comes out to Mosman, who puts it in the back of the net. And the Hawks extend their lead to 2-0. Chismarek down, back on her feet, splits the defenders, but has the ball taken away. Back upfield they go. Ball lofted into the Hawks zone. Baltez on her feet to get there, and then Flanagan gets it, and she kicks it forward. Oleschlager knocks it down as the Hawks try to settle down defensively inside their own zone. Here's Garcia for the Engineers. Into the circle to Riley Heasley. That's headed forward. No one there in a black jersey, however, so Flanagan will take possession for the Hawks. Baltez to Oleschlager. She gets it across midfield, throwing it over on that near sideline. Kayla Smith racing for it, but Camille Clark getting there first and punching it into the trees. Oleschlager will take the throw. Finds Smith. Smith gets it to Narvarte. Narvarte battling. As the ball knocked away, it comes upfield where Frampton will have to track it down inside Hawks territory. That might roll all the way out. Well, she'll get there. Settle it over to Baltez just underneath the circle in Hawks territory. Baltez looking, thought about giving it a boot. Now through ball, trying to get it to Mosman. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, however, by Allie Smith. Throw in for the Hawks. Caro Beltran, far corner. So Amelia Mosman with goals in back-to-back games, giving the Hawks a 2-0 lead here in the second half. Mosman was a starter most of last year. Coming off the bench here, as we talked about, she was returning from injury. But coming off the bench, she has a goal in each of the last 2 games and making her presence felt. Ball knocked down, Oleschlager tries to feed that one into Murray. Murray takes a tumble there. She looks a little bit shaken up, but now back on her feet. Now here's Mosman. Mosman dancing with the ball, drops to Beltran. Frampton will throw it across field into the circle where Baltez will take it. Tipped ahead, trying to get it to Georgiorian. Georgiorian trying to take it away from Alex Adams, and she does. Frampton. Beltran. Here to Chismarek. Now Mosman, Chismarek, Beltran. Murray. Here's Mosman. Oh, tried to squeeze that one into Chismarek, but a good play there by Allie Smith, and now Rose-Hulman is on the attack. Trying to move it upfield, but Georgiorian is able to intercept as that one got deflected. So that rush immediately extinguished by the Scarlet Hawks. Easy for me to say. Bit my tongue a day or two ago. And trying to talk through that. Into the circle they go. Baltez will take it below circle, inside Hawks territory. We have 3 subs getting ready to come in, 1 for Illinois Tech, 2 for Rose-Hulman. Now 2 apiece, 2 for the Hawks and 2 for the Fighting Engineers. Here's Kayla Smith. Smith drops it up high to Georgiorian. Georgiorian waits. Across the field to Mosman. Now Beltran. Beltran opening up. Throws it towards the box. Oh, and a cutting Kayla Smith, unable to get a piece of that one. It lays on the back line and booted upfield and out. Substitutions coming in for Rose-Hulman. Jaden Gibson and Lauren Marquardt returning to the game. For the Hawks, Sophia Ramos and Kayla Thomas coming in. Coming out for Rose-Hulman is Sydney Schuler and Emma Johns. And coming out for the Scarlet Hawks is Katie Chismarek and Amelia Mosman. Those are your substitutions, your first set of substitutions for the first half. And we have another one queuing up for Rose-Hulman shortly. That will be Kiana Martin rejoining the game at the next opportunity. Ball headed out of bounds by Mary Frampton. It'll be a throw-in for the Fighting Engineers as Martin will come back into the match. Natalie Morrow checking out. And the ball will be thrown by Allie Smith. Kayla Thomas, Beltran dropped back to Frampton. Now Baltez. Foul against Eva Narvarte. Another sub getting queued up for the Engineers. It'll be Taylor Beatty making her first appearance of the match. Ball is tipped up in the air. Baltez, it deflected down. She tried to square it up. It shanked, but her D partner, Mary Frampton, was there to get the ball up out of danger. Here's Camille Clark. Feeding it inside to Alex Adams. Here's Adams. Getting it ahead now, trying to get it over to Marquardt. Here's Marquardt, left foot kick towards the box. Ball is loose and it rolls over the back line. And that'll be goal kick. Good opportunity. Good opportunity there for Rose-Hulman, but unable to capitalize. So now Kayla Thomas will switch sides with Kayla Smith. So Kayla Smith will be here on the right wing. Left wing for Thomas. That's your Kayla update for Illinois Tech. Kayla Thomas. Olshager. All knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in on that near side for Illinois Tech. Liliana Schuth is getting ready to come in for the Scarlet Hawks. The next opportunity. Most likely replacing Beltran. Here's Allie Murray. Breaks free from a couple defenders. Tries to chip it forward, but that rolls on to Lily Doré. Doré with the kick. It'll head just outside the circle. Knocked down by the Hawks. They'll try and retain possession, but Camille Clark will throw it over to the far side and then punched upfield by Allie Smith. Out of bounds. That one rolls off the foot of Lucy Georgiorian. Smith with the throw, overthrows, and the Hawks gain possession. Upfield Smith. Smith slips at midfield. Smile on her face there as she was ready to break free, but the turf had other ideas. Into the circle. Sophia Ramos finds Murray. Murray to Kayla Smith. Back to Murray. Now Smith. Beltran back to Smith. Smith with a little space, throwing it towards the box. Doré comes out to meet it. Two Scarlet Hawks rushing Narvarte and Kayla Thomas and closing in on Doré, but Doré was able to gather it up before they could get there. Olshager. Now Narvarte. Narvarte shot. That one blocked. I think Riley Heasley turned around and blocked that one. Olshager pushes it forward again. Sophia Ramos to Georgiorian. Tried to squeeze that one through. Punch back upfield. Frampton drops it to Baltez. 2-0 Illinois Tech with 23-26 to go here in the second half. Camille Clark with the boot upfield. Baltez will knock it down. Coach Hellewell exhorting her team to apply pressure. The Hawks get that ball at the midfield there. Put that pressure on Baltez, Frampton, whoever has it. Continue the pressure. And we have the substitution. Liliana Schuth, 13, coming in for 28, Carol Beltran. She wanted me to remind folks. She wants to go by Caro. Sophia Ramos had it for a moment, knocked out of bounds. Hawks will have it. Schuth with the throw-in to Kayla Smith. Kayla with a big boot. That's going to go all the way over to the near side where Kayla Thomas has it. She's battling there with Beatty. Out of bounds, Hawks throw. Jillian Olshager with the throw. Here's Narvarte up high to Frampton. Frampton settles it down. She's going to punch it in to Murray. Murray to Schuth. Kayla Smith. Allie Smith takes it away from her but throws it out of bounds. Hawks throw in. We have 3 substitutions for the Hawks and 1 for Rose-Hulman. For the Hawks, getting ready to come in is Lena Yonahara, Victoria Ucher, and Caitlin Walsh. And coming back in for Rose-Hulman is Kyra Hicks. Coming out for Rose-Hulman is 16, Katie Choi. coming out for the Scarlet Hawks. Number 5, Allie Murray. Number 24, Lucy Georgiorian. And number 15, Eva Narvarte. Those are your substitutions up to date now as Frampton chips it towards the box. It sails. Oh, and Kayla Thomas tried to get a header on it, but the ball beat her to it into the hands of Dore. So Kyra Hicks back on the field for the Engineers. Oleschlager punches it upfield, finds Caitlin Walsh as the ball knocked away. And then back into the circle, the Hawks go. Ucher finds Oleschlager. Pushes it upfield, trying to free up Caitlin Walsh. Then Caitlin Thomas. Oleschlager will take the throw in near midfield. That one goes to Rose-Hulman, and they'll punch it upfield. Engineers just have not been able to penetrate the Hawks zone. They really haven't had much of an opportunity here at all in the second half. A lot of that due to the Hawks' possession time, as most of the play has been tilted in the Hawks' favor here in the second half, as it was in that first half. Here's Lauren Marquardt, settles it down. Going towards the back line, Marquardt tries to punch it through. Schuth gets a piece of it, but it rolls over the back line. That'll result in a corner kick for Rose-Hulman. Lauren Marquardt will take the kick. She inbounds it to Allie Smith, back to Marquardt. Pressing is Schuth, and then the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Rose-Hulman. Smith will take the throw. Bodied down by Schuth. Ball is loose. Yonahara picks it up, gets it over to Kayla Thomas. Thomas moving it ahead. Thomas slows it down just before midfield, then finds Yonahara. Gets past her, and then thrown back upfield by Heasley of the Engineers. Hawks regain possession. Frampton. Katie Chismar getting ready to come back in for the Hawks. Caitlin Walsh. Walsh through the circle. Walsh has a little space now. Trying to get that one over to Sophia Ramos. And looks like Ramos is going to get whistled for the foul. Taking down Heasley. No, 10 fouled, 6. Camille Clark will take the kick. Into the Hawks zone they go. Nice header there by Baltes to get it back into Rose-Hulman territory. Garcia slows it down, but it's taken by Walsh, shoots, and that one goes wide of the far post. Substitution for the Scarlet Hawks. Katie Chismark will come in, and Sophia Ramos will check out. 21 for 10. Here's the boot by Garcia. Baltes, throw that one back to Flanagan. Flanagan boots it upfield, knocked down by Marquardt. Marquardt then taken away by Alex Adams. Adams trying to feed that ahead. Baltes steps in front of it and pushes it forward to Caitlin Walsh. She's dispossessed. Tries to get it back. She does. Yonahara to Ucher. Victoria Ucher will drop that back to Olshager. Frampton now has a little bit of space in front of her, puts it between the seam and listens up Caitlin Walsh. Walsh free. Walsh over to Ucher. Ucher ahead to Chismarek. Gets around the goaltender. And too far out front. She'll have to keep it in play to Kayla Thomas. Then it's knocked over the back line. Chismarek beat Dore, but just wasn't able to corral the ball in time to get a shot off. Then tried to get it back to Thomas. Knocked out by the Engineers, and we'll have a corner kick for the Scarlet Hawks as Kayla Thomas will take it in that near corner. Oh, close call there for Katie Chismarek. Kick on the way from Thomas. That one hangs up a while. Headed by Baltez and pulled down by Dore. Good set. Baltez put it on target, lofted a little bit, and obviously Dore was able to cover it up, but Hawks get an opportunity out of that on that nice corner from Kayla Thomas. 14:44 to go here in the second half. Illinois Tech holding on to a 2-0 lead now. Goal in each half. One goal by Lucy Georgiorian in the first half and Amelia Mosman in the second half. Spin by Thomas. Ball goes out. Illinois Tech throw-in. Olschlager with the kick. Taken away. I think that was Gibson who got that ball. Ball splits the seam and it'll roll to Haley Flanagan, who picks it up with Kyra Hicks in pursuit. Frampton to Chismarek through the circle. Katie Chismarek losing her footing a little bit, but maintains possession. Now finds Kayla Thomas. Thomas slows it down. Thomas looking for an outlet. She'll drop it back. Find Baltez, close call with Hicks cutting through. Eventually gets it to Frampton. Now in the middle, taken away by Garcia. And then Adams. Here's Olschlager. Rolls it ahead. Knocked out by the Engineers. That'll go out of bounds. We'll have a substitution apiece coming up for each team. That'll happen now for the Hawks. Annika Torbenson coming in. And for the Engineers, Natalie Morrow checking back in. Coming out for Rose-Hulman will be Riley Heasley. And Jillian Olshager checking out for Illinois Tech. 12:56 on the clock. Thomas to Chismarek. Yonahara now. Oh, slipping was Kayla Smith. Running it down is Liliana Schuth, however. Keeps it in play on that back line. Caitlin Walsh. Ball up high to Frampton. Hicks pressured her. Here's Kayla Smith. Smith tried to get through Allie Smith, unable to. Ucher tries to keep it in, but that rolls out. It'll still be a throw-in for the Hawks and Schuth. Smith tried to move around Camille Clark. That ball went off of Clark and then knocked out of bounds by Marquardt. Caitlin Walsh up to Schuth, throws it towards the box. Lily Dory dove in, snatched that one right away. Nice job by Dory tracking that one. armada of substitutions getting ready to come in for the Hawks. Re-entering the game will be Allie Murray, Evan Arvarte, Lucy Georgiorian, and Amelia Mosman. Also coming in, we'll get that one in a second. Hannah Ramos will check in as well. And Joanne Porter. Corner kick, Kayla Smith. That sail's settled down, knocked forward by the Engineers. Caitlin Walsh keeps it in play for the Hawks. Now Smith. Smith heading towards goal. Smith has some real estate, shoots, gets it off Chismarek. Chismarek has it, keeps it in. Ball ping-pongs around and then knocked back upfield. Settled down by Yonahara. Yonahara had it for a moment. Still fighting for it. And then that's going to be punched out of bounds by Jaden Gibson. So here's your substitutions. Joanne Porter, Allie Murray, Lucy Georgiorian, Hannah Ramos, and Amelia Mosman. Coming out for the Hawks is 4, Kayla Smith, 12, Caitlin Walsh, 20, Kayla Thomas, 6, Lena Yonahara, and 9, Victoria Ucher. Well, 6 substitutions for Coach Ellison. As we reach the 10-minute mark remaining in the second half, Illinois Tech, the 2-0 lead that feels even bigger given the possession time disparity here. And then the Engineers' struggle continues to get on the board. You definitely know they're going to be pursuing here in these 10 minutes. You can't get to 2 until you get to 1, and they'll be fighting hard for that. They don't call them the Fighting Engineers for nothing. Love that name. Here's Baltez. Knocked back upfield by Rose-Hulman. Handled by Alex Adams. Torbenson will track it down for the Hawks and roll it to Flanagan. Katie Choi will look to re-enter the game for the Engineers at the next opportunity. So Coach Ellison bringing in, gave some of his starters some breather there and then bringing them in for the stretch drive of this match. Baltez across field to Mary Frampton. Schuth back to Frampton. Hannah Ramos to Baltez. Baltez will settle it down, go back to Frampton over on the far side. Trying to get that one to Georgiorian, picked off. Good defensive play there by Alex Adams. Trying to feed it inside to Hicks. Georgiorian knocks it free. But then Garcia gets it back for Rose-Hulman. Garcia drops to Taylor Beatty. Into Hawks territory they go. And then further in. Baltez, Torbenson, Georgiorian, and then Joanne Porter. Here's Frampton. Schuth. A battle there with Marquardt, drops it back to Frampton. Now to Baltez. Hawks have been hemmed in a little bit here. Rose-Hulman hasn't been able to get into the box, but they're also keeping the Hawks on their side of the field. And now the Hawks break free. Here's Allie Murray. Murray on the far side towards the box finds Mosman. Mosman tries to keep that one in, but rolls off. An over the back line goal kick coming for Rose-Hulman as Katie Choi will check back in for the Fighting Engineers, and coming out will be 14 Alex Adams. Adams was pretty noticeable in her time on the field. Kick by Vianney Garcia. Torbenson shuffles it ahead. Now Murray battling there with Morrow. And then booted upfield by Allie Smith. Baltez wasn't able to square that one up. Look out. Sometimes you're in play here. That one almost came into our broadcast booth, our scoring booth. Allie Smith with the throw and finds Marquardt. Mosman takes it away. Drops it to Schuth. Schuth to Georgiorian. Georgiorian will settle it down and drop it to Baltez. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining. There's 5:23 to go here in the second half. Hawks with a 2-0 lead. Choi gets to that ball before Georgiorian. I think Georgiorian will be whistled for the foul there. Camille Clark will handle the free kick. Good strong kick by Clark, but that's headed up in the air by Schuth. Marquardt will knock it down. It's heading towards that corner. Will she get there? No. Illinois Tech ball on the throw-in. Now you're going to see Rose-Hulman here pressing the matter. Need to get one, like I said, before they can get to two. And they're going to take an aggressive posture here to try and force the hand of the Scarlet Hawks. Meanwhile, that could leave the Hawks open for opportunities offensively if Rose-Hulman is pinching too much. A couple subs on the side for the Hawks. Kenzie Takuchi and Kate Domian getting ready to come in at the next opportunity. Knocked out of bounds. And a throw in for the Hawks. And they are in. Amelia Mosman checks out, as does Katie Chismarek. Also coming in is Lena Yonahara. And Lucy Georgiorian checks out. And for Rose-Hulman, it'll be Liliana Hernandez coming in. And it looks like Allie Smith is coming out as she was shaken up. Flanagan over to Frampton. Murray, free kick for the Hawks. Three and a half minutes remaining in the match. Murray tried to spin around there, but she was thwarted on that effort by Natalie Morrow. Murray chasing it down in that far corner, kicked up field. Marquardt has it. Marquardt with a burst of speed, pushes it ahead to Kyra Hicks. Now crossing the field. They'll send it over to Taylor Beatty. Beatty will chip it ahead. Baltez knocks it down over to Torbenson. Torbenson spins and releases back to Baltez, who's going to drop it over to Flanagan. Caitlin Walsh ready to check in at the next opportunity for Illinois Tech. Morrow throws it into the circle, but Yonahara will push it forward for the Hawks. There's Torbenson on the near side. Pushes it ahead. Trying to reach Hannah Ramos. Out of bounds, throw in for the Hawks. Caitlin Walsh, number 12, will check in for Allie Murray. And a throw in coming from Torbenson. Finds Joanne Porter. Porter will throw it back up high to Baltez. Baltez to Yonahara, but not enough on it, and it was taken by Katie Choi. Kate Domian trying to track the ball down. Yonahara gets it back for the Hawks. Lena Yonahara ahead to Caitlin Walsh. Walsh pushes it to the inside. Too strong, however, and Camille Clark ejects it back into Hawks territory. Down to 1:47 remaining in the match. Rose-Hulman still scoreless on the season. Hannah Ramos finds Kenzie Takuchi. Takuchi with the left footer, but that's too strong on the near post. Minute 24. And Vianney Garcia will put it into play. Battle on that near side. Ball into Hawks territory. Mary Frampton. 1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute. Katie Choi finds Marquardt. Rose-Hulman trying to get on the board here. Break their shutout streak. Walsh, Caitlin Walsh will push it ahead for the Hawks, however. Vianney Garcia being trailed by Kate Domian, then they'll roll it on to Dore. Bodied down by Morrow. Morrow being pressured by Hannah Ramos, goes out of bounds, throwing for the Hawks. They'll slow it down, let Schuth handle it. Over to Caitlin Walsh in the corner. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your final score, Illinois Tech 2, Rose-Hulman 0. Scarlet Hawk fans, don't forget, Illinois Tech men's soccer will be back in action on Stewart Field this Wednesday as they will be taking on Lawrence University. 7 p.m. is the start right here on at Stewart Field, not Soldier Field. Illinois Tech women's soccer will head on the road just up north at North Park University, taking on the Vikings at 7 p.m. Thanks for coming out to today's match. Please walk or drive home safely.